See here, in a hyperconjugation, what is involved? The C alpha carbon and it's a alpha hydrogen which is attached to the sp2 carbon, and this sp2 carbon may be carbocation, or maybe it is free radical carbon, or maybe it is a double bonded carbon. So what happens in hyperconjugation? In hyperconjugation, the sigma bond, the CH sigma bond of alpha carbon will be in a conjugation with pi bond. So in the hyperconjugation, remember there should be conjugation between the CH alpha sigma bond and sp2 carbon. sp2 carbon means it may be pi bond or it may be in the positive charge, electron deficient. Okay, but here what is moving? Sigma bond along with the pi bond. Sigma bond along with the pi bond, where complete transfer of sigma bond takes place. And whereas in inductive effect, partial transfer of sigma bond takes place. Partial movement of sigma bond takes place. Okay, and in the inductive effect, there is no conjugation. Okay, now I'll write some examples. Okay, now please tell me, in between these two, which is more stable? Okay, now it is CH3, CH, and this is one more CH3, and this carbon is having a positive charge. So what is this carbon beta? What is this moiety? This moiety having the positive charge, it is carbocation. At the same time, this carbon, okay, CH carbon is attached with the two different carbons. So what is this one? It is a secondary carbocation. And next, here say I have taken the one more molecule. See all of you. This is, I'm going to take here tertiary. Tertiary means what? A carbon attached with the three different carbons. So this carbon, middle carbon is tertiary, as it is attached with the three different carbons. Now let this tertiary carbon is having positive charge. So hence it is called as tertiary carbocation. Okay. The first is secondary, the next is tertiary. See, don't say directly that tertiary is always stable. See, here we are going to explain the stability based on hyperconjugation. So here tell me, if it is this group, okay, this group is having CH2 and CH3, okay, and this is CH and this is here CH3 and this is CH3, and let here it is CH3 and this is CH3. Now tell me which is more stable, the first one or second one? See, I have little complicated the structure. First one or second one? See, this itself, the carbocation in second structure is tertiary. This is tertiary. Okay, it's an example of tertiary carbocation. I have taken the tertiary carbocation. This is tertiary carbocation. Now it is attached with the different moieties. Now tell me, in this, how many? It is ethyl. In this ethyl group, how many alpha carbons are there? This is what? CH2 carbon is alpha. Okay, here two alpha hydrogens. Okay, one alpha carbon, two alpha hydrogens. And the second group attached is this is CH3 taken twice. So this is alpha carbon, and to this only one alpha hydrogen. And whereas here this carbon which is directly attached, so I have taken what? Different. So this is alpha. So the first one in ethyl is primary alkyl group. secondary alkyl group, and this is a tertiary alkyl group. So see, in first molecule, the totally alpha carbons are 2, and alpha carbons are 2, and alpha hydrogens are 6. Okay, so therefore the first one can show how many hyperconjugation structures. Six hyperconjugation structures, because the number of hyperconjugation structures or resonance structures equal to alpha hydrogens. Next, in second molecule, here 2 alpha hydrogens, to this ethyl 2 alpha hydrogens, and here it is secondary group attached to this CH directly attached, and this is having the only 1 alpha hydrogen. So totally how many in the second molecule? 3 alpha hydrogens. So tell me, which is stable according to hyperconjugation? First one or second one? First one or second one? The first one is more stable. The first one is more stable than second one, because the first one contains 6 alpha hydrogens and second one contain only 3 alpha hydrogens. And remember one thing. Here, ethyl is primary alkyl group. Then this is isopropyl, secondary alkyl group, and this is a tertiary butyl group. Okay, though these groups are showing inductive effect, but always remember one thing: the stability which is produced due to hyperconjugation is more effective than inductive effect. So remember, always hyperconjugation dominating the inductive effect. అర్థమవుతుందా? Hyperconjugation dominates inductive effect. At the same time, hyperconjugation is dominated by mesomeric effect. అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా? So what is stable here? First one is more stable due to more alpha hydrogens. And next, today's revision only, as we completed all the syllabus. Next, see here. It is, I'm going to write an alkene, CH3, CH2, this is CH3, H, and this is CH3. What is the name of this molecule, beta? What is the name of this molecule? Because you have nomenclature also. Please tell me, it will cover the nomenclature also. Please tell me the name of this molecule. We cannot see. Okay? Lokesh. కనిపించట్లేదా? I'll write down. CC double bond. Okay. It is an alkene. Let it is CH3, CH2. This is CH3, H here, and this is CH3. Okay. Now you can see. Please tell me, what is the name of this compound? What is the name of this compound? Because you have nomenclature. So how you give the naming of the compound according to IUPAC system? Whenever you want to give the name of the compound, first select the longest carbon chain. Okay. So the longest carbon chain should contain here double bond. So this is what? Your longest carbon chain. Okay. How many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So you can't go like this. Okay. You can't go like this. If you go like this, it is 4 carbons. So in this longest chain, how many carbons are there? 5 carbons. It is containing the 5 carbons. So the root word means the number of carbons all is pent. And while numbering, we know that the double bond is more preferred than the single bond. Therefore, numbering must be from left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. So between the 2 and 3, between the 2 and 3, there is a double bond. Therefore, according to IUPAC system, whenever double bond is there between any two carbons, the lesser number carbon is mentioned in the name. So it is pent-2-ene. Okay, the double bond is between the 2 and 3. So speak with respect to 2. So pent-2-ene, and this 2-pentene having the methylated third carbon. So it is what? 3-methyl. 3-methyl. It is 3-methyl pent-2-ene. 3-methyl pent-2-ene. Okay. Now it covered the nomenclature of this alkene. Now please tell me how many alpha hydrogens? How many alpha hydrogens in this molecule? How many alpha hydrogens in this molecule? I'm asking. Okay, name cover అయిపోయింది. How many alpha hydrogens in this molecule? First tell me, where is alpha carbon? 6 anta. Okay, someone telling me 6. We'll see, is there really 6 or not? Is there really 6 or not? Okay, see here, where this is, the CC double bond is, the CC double bond is unsaturated to this attached, okay, sp2 carbon. That carbons are called as alpha. So this carbon directly attached is alpha, and here this carbon also attached directly alpha. Then this side, because remember sp2 carbon is trivalent. Is that clear? It is, though it is 4 bonds are there, it is planar. So here the fourth side, okay, this side no carbons. So what is this? This is having what? 3 alpha carbons. Okay, this first methyl and this methyl, this is CH2. So 3 alpha carbons. So the first one contains 3 alpha hydrogens. 3, here also 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 2, totally 8 alpha hydrogens. Is that clear? So this will have 8 alpha hydrogens. Not 9, not 6, not 11. Someone gave answer as 11. అంటే ఇది కూడా count చేశారు. So this is what beta. In hyperconjugation, what do you need? Alpha hydrogens. Is that clear? Alpha hydrogens. So this molecule contains 8 alpha hydrogens. Therefore, it can show 8 hyperconjugation structures. Is that clear? 8 hyperconjugation structures. Okay, and next, suppose if it is asked, okay, if it is asked, is it Z configuration or E configuration? ఇది ట్రాన్స్ లాగా ఉందా, సిస్ లాగా ఉందా పిల్లలు? ఇది ట్రాన్స్ లాగా ఉందా, సిస్ లాగా ఉందా? It is looking like a trans, because when you, it is trans, then trans is, okay, trans, but it is not simple trans. It is what, having different groups. Therefore, the trans is E. It is E configuration. It is E configuration because according to Kahn-Ingold Prelog rules, okay, CIP rules, when we give the EZ configuration, entagon, okay, E for entagon, which is trans, where Z is cis. See here, how to give preference. You have to take the sp2 carbon and check the groups attached to it. The first is atomic number. Higher the atomic number, more is preference. So this carbon, okay, sp2 carbon, the direct attached is carbon, whose atomic number is 6. The second is hydrogen. So for this carbon, atomic number is 6, 1, okay, 6, higher one, it is first grade. Then hydrogen is second grade, as atomic number is 1. Then for this carbon, the both directly attached is what? Carbons only, go for second. So this group is bulkier. So here, both first grade groups are across. Therefore, it is what? Trans. It is trans, and this is, it is what it is? E configuration. అర్థమైందా? So in this way you can do. And next, see this one, see this molecule. It is cyclohexane, okay, cyclohexene. I wrote one more molecule. Okay. Now, next, I'm writing one more molecule. One more molecule. Okay. I wrote three molecules. First one, second one, third. Tell me which is stable. Which is stable according to hyperconjugation. Which is stable according to hyperconjugation. Don't think that the cyclic will never show the hyperconjugation. They also shows hyperconjugation. So to show the hyperconjugation, what do you need? Any unsaturated compound, maybe carbocation, carbon free radical, or it is alkene. Alkene, it must have at least one alpha hydrogen. So see here, where is your alpha hydrogen? Which is stable? I want order. Which is more? Ante 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, ala order kavali. So see here, in first molecule, see this is double bonded carbons are unsaturated. So this molecule contain how many alpha carbons? See, this is alpha carbon and this is also alpha carbon. This is also alpha. So this is having the three alpha carbons. And tell me how many alpha hydrogens are there? Here 3. Then corner means CH2. 2 plus 2 plus 3. How many? The first molecule contain how many alpha hydrogens? 2 plus 2 plus 3. 7. The first molecule contain 7 alpha hydrogens. Then here, the second molecule has 2 double bonds. Means both are unsaturated. Okay. These carbons both are unsaturated. Double bond. So, for both the double bonds, this is what common alpha hydrogens. Okay. These are common alpha hydrogens and common alpha carbons. So, this molecule, second molecule contain 2 alpha carbons and each one contain 2 hydrogens. Therefore, totally alpha hydrogens how many? 4. The next one here. Okay. Next. Okay. Next. Here. Tell me in this molecule, third molecule, this is the double bond is there and the two these ends, CH2 ends, these are what immediately attached is called as alpha, but the next one is called as beta. Next one is called as beta. So this is also having what? 2 alpha carbons and 4 alpha hydrogens. 4 alpha hydrogens. So which is most stable among them? Obviously, the first one is most stable. I asked the order. నేను order అడిగాను. చూస్తున్నారా? I asked the order. పిల్లలు, I asked the order. So what is the order here? It is the first one is more stable because of 7 alpha hydrogens or 7 hyperconjugation structures. What is next one? Between these 2, 3. As you gave, 2 is more than 3. Is it true? So here 2 and 3 are more stable. Okay, means both are same stable. 2 and 3. These two structures are same stable. Okay, sometimes you will get like this because number of alpha hydrogens are same. So 1 is more, next 2 and 3 are same. Okay, the next question. Now just okay, that is over. Okay, I think you got answer. Now we'll go for I will remove the first molecule. Now read see the question properly. Okay, as it is, that is still double bond is there. The double bond carbons are carbocations as it is remains. Okay, now here in these two molecules, okay, in these two molecules, which can form stable carbocation. Okay, which can form stable carbocation if it is undergoing loss of or if it is forming the carbocation, means if this molecule forms carbocation, okay, okay, if it is forming carbocation, say if it is here, the double bond is, okay, double bonds are as it is maintained, which are unsaturated. Suppose if this carbon, okay, if this carbon is getting positive charge, it is what? Positive charge by loss of hydrogen, by loss of hydrogen, because the CH2 carbon methylene will be active. Okay, you will learn this in future. Okay, so this first molecule gave such type of carbocation, and second molecule gave, I'll put the double bond, okay, same as it is, and positive charge on the same as it is. Both are forming the carbocations. Now, in between these two carbocations, okay, first one and second one, tell me which is stable, which is stable, which is stable. ఏమో అసిడిటీ బేసిసిటీ ఇప్పుడు ఈ వీక్ కి లేవు, రేపు అంటే వీక్ అంటే రేపు వీకెండ్ కి లేదు. వాట్ ఈస్ దాట్? నీకు క్యూములేటివ్ ఉంది. ఓకే, ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాం కదా, వీడియో తీసి చూడు, ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అండ్ మీసోమెరిక్ ఎఫెక్ట్ దాంట్లో. విచ్ ఈస్ స్టేబుల్, వేర్ ఫస్ట్ వన్ స్టేబుల్, ఆ సెకండ్ వన్ స్టేబుల్. సమ్ ఆఫ్ యూ గివింగ్ వాట్ ఆన్సర్, ఇట్ ఈస్ సెకండ్ వన్. వన్ గేవ్ ఆన్సర్, ఒక అబ్బాయి విక్కీ గేవ్ ఆన్సర్ ఫస్ట్ వన్. టెల్ మీ why one is stable, why second is stable. Okay, but for me the first one is looking more stable. First one నాకు చాలా స్టేబుల్ అనిపిస్తుంది. ఎందుకు? See here, simple, remember always the mesomeric effect. Okay, the mesomeric effect, okay, the mesomeric effect means conjugation effect. Always the mesomeric effect or conjugation effect, which is called as, always dominates over hyperconjugation, and hyperconjugation over the inductive effect. So see here, in first molecule you can see that after the double bond, single bond, then positive charge, and after the positive charge, single bond, double bond, means the first molecule, okay, the first molecule contain the conjugation, more conjugation. Yes or not? This is containing the two conjugation, more conjugation. The first is between the pi bond and positive charge, and here positive charge and pi bond. Whereas in second molecule, see here, in second molecule it is having the only one conjugation. Could you see? The first one molecule is having the more conjugation, that is pi, and between these two one conjugation, and between these two second conjugation, pi and positive charge, pi and positive charge. The second is positive charge and pi. Okay, so the first one is more stable due to conjugation effect, where in the second molecule there is a conjugation between the positive charge and pi. So here these molecules get stabilized by conjugation effect, that is mesomeric effect. How, you can ask me? The simple order is mesomeric effect is dominating over hyperconjugation, that is you can simply say. But how can you show the conjugation effect means what? You must write the what it is, resonance structures. You have tried the resonance structures. So see here, for this, okay, for the first one you will get, for the first one you will get only one resonance structure, one resonance structure, and the second one resonance structure. For the first molecule you get two resonance structures. How? Okay, how? See, this is, I'll write here. So wherever you have conjugation, because you have conjugation effect also, so wherever you have a conjugation, it has to show resonance, it has to show resonance. First molecule, second molecule. See here, what happens? The pi bond shows a complete shift. So therefore, see here, the pi bond will shift towards the positive carbon. Think what happens if this pi bond is moving exactly to this, okay, positive charge. What happens? The pi electrons are moving. As the pi electrons are moving towards the positive charge, this end, see this where I have kept the marker. Now this carbon loses electron and get a positive charge. So you get a resonance structure like this. This is your cyclic hexagonal ring. Okay. Now, no difference. This is loss of electrons and double bond is shifted here. Okay. This molecule exists in two resonance structures due to the mesomeric effect, conjugation. Whereas the first molecule can exist in two structures. Okay, two structures because of more conjugation. See here how it is possible. Okay. Now, if this pi bond is involved, this left side pi bond is involved, what you get here? You get the structure something like, this is pi bond, double bond, undisturbed, and due to shifting of this pi bond, a new bond is formed here, and it's a double bond, still conjugation, and here this carbon is lost electron, therefore positive. First resonance structure. And if this, if the second right side pi bond is shifting due to mesomeric effect, or conjugation effect, what happens? Now this carbon, is losing electron. Therefore, positive charge shifted here. This is double bond, and as it is. So having the first one having how many resonance structures? Two resonance structures. So these carbocations are stabilized by conjugation, nothing but a mesomeric effect. So you'll be given such molecules. You have to compare their resonance effect or conjugation effect. Okay, is that clear? And if it is alpha hydrogens are there, so don't depend fully on hyperconjugation. Okay, because the mesomeric effect or conjugation effect is more dominating than the hyperconjugation. Okay, next we'll go for the simple example. I will give you simple example. Someone asking me acidity and basicity this week, means for tomorrow's exam you don't have a acidity, basicity. For cumulative you will have, as I told in previous classes, plus I effect, plus inductive effect increases the basic nature of amines, because plus I groups are electron donating. As they donate electron pair, then on the nitrogen of amine, electron density increases. The lone pair of amine NH2 can be released easily, or nitrogen. Or at the same time, minus I groups, which are electron withdrawing. So when they are attached to the carbon chain, and the carbon chain is acidic, means having the carboxylic acid. So as they, from the back side, these groups, minus I groups, withdraw the electron from the carbon chain, then the acid can release H plus from COH readily. So as soon as readily, the any carboxylic acid releases proton is called as strong acid. So minus I effect, minus inductive effect increases acidic nature. Plus I effect increases basic nature of amines. And next, the stability of carbocations, free radicals, increased by plus I effect, because positive carbocations and carbon free radicals electron deficient. As plus I group groups, they donate electron density on the positive charge increases, then charge get neutralized. Okay, in the same way, mesomeric effect and what is that? You can say resonance effect. Okay, plus Me group always increases the stability of carbocations by donating electron, because these groups are attached to the conjugated system, and one condition, these plus Me group should have one lone pair on the directly attached carbon, or any group which is attached. Okay, then only shows the plus Me group. Okay, the plus Me group increases stability of allyl carbocations, benzyl carbocations, and basic nature of amines. Okay, where minus Me groups increases the acidic nature of aromatic acids or phenols. Okay, and next, so to show the mesomeric effect or resonance, what is needed? Compulsory conjugation is needed. Okay, now I'll give you some examples. Then acidity, basicity means it's a basic acidic nature, basic nature. So see here, I'm giving you one example. 1, 2. Okay. Now tell me, fatabat, how many carbons written here in the first one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've written the 5 carbons. In second molecule also I'm writing the 5 carbons, same as it is. Okay. Now see here, between these two first carbons I'm putting a double bond. Next, here also I'm putting the double bond. Okay. Whereas here in second molecule, at this end double bond and this end double bond. Okay. Now tell me which shows a conjugation, which is conjugated system. Okay. I'm satisfying the valency of carbons. Everyone knows the carbon should have only 4 bonds. So therefore CH2, CH as 3 bonds are there. CH2, H, and this is CH2. Where this is CH2, CH, 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 and this is CH3. So tell me where you have seen the conjugation in first molecule or second molecule. First molecule has a conjugation. Very good. Because what is that? Conjugation means what? Here the double bond means which is having pi bond. So the two double bonds which are separated by a sigma. Okay. Sigma means between the two double bonds there must be one sigma. Only one and one sigma. Then only called as a conjugation. Then only called as a conjugation. And when it is sigma, have a single bond sigma means pi sigma pi. The first is conjugation. Shows a mesomeric effect or resonance effect. Where in second molecule, see this is double bond. Then after that you have a single bond, two single bonds are there. Okay, you have a immediately two single bonds are there, but to be conjugated, how many single bonds between the double bonds? Only one and one. So this is not conjugation. So second molecule is not conjugated. Do not show mesomeric effect or resonance effect. Is that clear? Okay. Now I'll start once again the video. Please join me.